This is a mood board, just initially some artists that I found that I thought their work visually was very interesting. Some ideas behind it that I gathered that I wanted to stick to was this interaction. So all of these ones where people are walking through them and people have their own control over how they experience it. I really liked that idea, where the audience can become part of the art. Reflecting. This was just making sure that I set realistic goals and make sure that my reflections are on task, and that I make sure that all my decisions are considered by asking myself questions and stuff like that throughout the whole project. Now this is where the practical work started happening. This was more image generation and idea consolidation, where I took 40 images from different magazines, articles, all of that I could find that interested me, just very visually, placed them on this wall, and other students started to put their work up next to it, and it ended up with this big wall of images that was very it wasn't visually cohesive, but it wasn't startling. It was a nice consolidation of everyone's ideas that put next to each other could be put into context. This is lots of visual analysis on my work. Some of the things that stood out to me or why I'd put them in certain places. This is the colour variation and composition, so the red spills down and the blue goes up. The phrase celluloid jam, which I'd picked out, was very interesting to me. I didn't know what it meant. I don't think it has a proper meaning. It was just a phrase, but I might look into that. This was some practical response to the previous images. So from my work, I studied it and I put it down in paint and ink and pens, trying to get some sense of negative space and cohesion throughout the work, drawing on different textures. I really like this rough paint stroke texture in collaboration with the detailed lines, especially this bit here. It's quite interesting. Peer crit. I like this because it was it's like a practical process of visual analysis. So we all looked at each other's mood boards and we all went around and we moved images and we put them next to other things that we thought it could go with. So it was analysing the work you could see in front of you, using that practically and moving things around so that you thought it would fit better or other people might be interested in this subject, which was a really nice take on it. Some of the work that got put with mine was this one and this one, and I liked this one because of its they're both very simplistic, which goes in with my minimalistic style, and I liked the industrial materials that have been used in this contrasted with the natural, so the flowers and the concrete or marble, and then this iron rod, but the iron rod had been melded into a very natural shape. So it's a very interesting piece.